Okay, so I have no game footage of anything because I went downstairs immediately following the conclusion of the game. The Steelers just dropped to 7-1, and I'm not really one looking for optimism right now because I know we're not good, and as soon as we get in the playoffs, we're probably going to get destroyed if we get into the playoffs, and that's what I'm going to get to in a second. Actually, I'll get to it right now, and then I'll say what I saw from the game today. Oh, little Nerf football. I've had that for like 8 years. So if the Bengals lose out and we win out, we win the division. It's as simple as that. It doesn't matter what happens in the other games because the Ravens can have a better. If we win out, then the Ravens can have a better record than 9-8. If the Bengals lose out, their record would be 9-8, and the Browns, if we win out, at best can be 8-9. So we'd win the division by a half game. However, even if we win our next 2 games and the Bengals win their Week 17 game against the Browns, we could still like sneak in as like a 7 seed. So the thing with the Steelers is they never really got into any sort of rhythm offensively. I'm not sure what's going on. First play, they run a flea flicker, which I was actually kind of surprised to see. And then Ben throws this disgusting ball that goes right to L'Jarius Sneed. Chiefs went up, what was it, like 23-0? Now, we got a first down on our second play of the second half. And then Ben throws this ball to Deontay. Deontay turns upfield, and as soon as he goes to put the ball in one hand, he fumbles it. Squirts out of his hand, Chiefs fall on it. At that point on, I knew the game was over. If we scored a touchdown on that drive, there was a chance, but we had turnovers, wipe out a couple. We had 3 drives where I think we probably could have gotten touchdowns, and idiocy from the play calling and execution on the field killed them. We had a drive in the second quarter where you're actually getting some stuff going, and then anything behold, whatever people say after that, offense stalls out, we kick a field goal, and we miss it. And then later in the game, getting good momentum on a drive, and it ends in a field goal. So, and then before that, the drive that we had before that, we got off to a good momentum, and Deontay fumbles the ball right to the team. So that could have been maybe minimum 9 points, maximum 21. I'll say 13 because the Steelers are that inept, which would make the score 33-16. However, the Chiefs would probably kept their foot on the gas, so it probably would have ended something like 40-16 or something. Right at the end, I was actually kind of impressed with what Rudolph was doing. He was getting freaking battered and abused out there, but he was still making plays somehow. No one can play behind that line. Not Ben, not Rudolph, not anyone. They need to they need to improve largely in the second half of the season. Sorry, not even second half, next year. Just go to next year with them. Need to draft a guard in the draft to replace Turner, who's leaving. Gotta hope the other guys progress. Because Kevin Dotson, since he's went out, our run game has looked shoddy. Except for today, it didn't look too bad. But we only ran the ball, 15 or 16 times? So then at the end of the game, they're trying to go for it and stuff. And then on 3rd and 5, Canada calls out, oh yeah, that's the thing. Matt Canada is the worst play caller in the NFL, other than maybe Pat Shurmur. This guy cannot play call. His situational play calling is so bad. I saw him after he called a motion play where Ben fumbled it, and then Kendrick Green tackled him. I saw him raging in the booth like he just put his hands over his head. This idiot doesn't realize that his offensive line is not talented enough to hold up on motion plays. And why you are running motion plays when you're down 33-3 in the fourth quarter instead of just lining up, hurrying up, getting the ball out of Ben's hands is beyond me. Why are you not spreading the team out and trying to throw it at this point in the game? Instead, Canada's trying to be cute, running under center stuff when he's down 30 in the fourth quarter. If you're going to run the ball up the middle and get off the field. Don't do whatever that was. And his situational play calling has been so bad. This needs a rehaul. I'm not completely blaming Tomlin, but from what I've seen from him the last whatever, he needs to go. It's not completely his fault, but we need like a full-scale rebuild.